Today we're talking with Stefani Garbacik, who is a livestock agent here in Wayne County at the Cooperative Extension Service. How in the world are you?
I'm all right. How about you?
I'm doing okay. Now, the last time you and I talked, we were looking at chickens.
Yes.
And we were talking about a very interesting topic called the avian flu.
Influenza. Mm-hmm.
Avian influenza. Now, are we still in that situation?
It's not as big of a threat to us right now. We went since June and had no cases.
That's good.
I think in maybe the last month, there has been a turkey farm out in, I want to say, Indiana, that has broke with some avian influenza. They haven't made a big deal about it because I think it's all in the same, it's either the same company or the same county. They're all really close. So it was a very related incident.
Now, people don't realize livestock can be very interstate.
They can.
Very interstate. I mean, we're trading in eggs and hens and everything and livestock with other states.
Right.
And other farms. So even though it was in Indiana, it could affect us in some way.
At some point, yes. They haven't seen any other cases since that one break. So, you know, they haven't made as big of a deal about this break as they did last year. So.
Of course, I'm not sure they speak English in Indiana, do they?
I've never been, so
well,
I don't know.
Who knows? You know, the postage is hard to read.
Right.
That's beside the point. And if you're from Indiana, I'm sorry. Anyway. Okay, so any other concerns right now, the livestock in Wayne County? I mean, we're quite the livestock. Absolutely.
We've got a bunch of pigs, a bunch of poultry.
I got a bunch of them.
Yeah. Definitely. There's not a real big concern so far. PED has not been a big problem this year.
How do you spell that? What is PED? What is PED?
That's the outbreak of the basically diarrhea of young piglets. Yeah, so 3 weeks or younger really was affected by that a lot. The dehydration and eventual.
That was a major concern.
It was. It's not as big of a deal. We have had some farms just in the state in general that have had PED again, but they know how to handle it now. They've got a better grip on you know what the actual outcome would be and the symptoms to look for. So
here
that's not
Wayne,
a big deal.
We didn't have a problem here in Wayne, did we?
We didn't have a big problem. Not.
Okay.
In comparison to others.
Nothing major. Now, PED, does that I know it affects the pigs, but does it have an ending effect on the end user, such as the consumer? Is there a problem there?
Absolutely not.
Right.
Just like avian influenza, those animals, you know, they exhibit those symptoms, and then they do not enter the food chain.
Right.
So they have no effect on us eating them. It's, you know, you may see an effect in a grocery store, you know, in your wallet, depending on supply and demand, but...
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and wallet.
Safety,
now, that's important.
So
now, let's talk about that just a second.
Okay.
When something affects livestock in such a way that part of the livestock has to be eliminated, then there's fewer.
Right.
Which means that demand will cause the price to go higher.
Right, because the demand's still there. People still want to eat the pork. They still want to eat the chicken.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, every night I have some sort of meat. I do anyway.
Yeah.
That... If that supply is diminished by some sort of outbreak, that yes, you may notice a little price increase in the grocery store.
What do you mean little? Okay, well anyway, we won't go there because we're not here to discuss price, are we?
Right.
Okay, so we've covered the avian flu and the hens and the poultry population. How turkeys doing okay?
They're doing all right.
How was our Thanksgiving for turkeys? Do you have any reports on?
I don't know.
That? Okay.
Yeah.
I bet it was pretty good though.
I'm sure.
Yeah, and the poultry industry is still thriving strongly here in Wayne County.
Definitely.
As is the swine industry, moving along very well.
Yes.
In fact, which is better for us right now? Which is moving better? Any ideas?
I don't have an idea on that.
Yeah.
No, the people I talk to mostly are hog producers, but we have a lot of poultry producers.
Agribusiness is a major revenue source for us here in Wayne County.
Definitely.
Agribusiness is major. But you deal mainly with the farms and the producers.
Right. Okay. Yeah, animal husbandry type stuff, so tips for management, that sort of thing.
Animal husbandries and wiseries. Right, all that stuff. Yeah, those are good words. What about the livestock as far as cattle and cows and lots of bulls?
Yeah, we're doing fine on that, too. We just actually had our annual Wayne County Cattlemen's Association meeting earlier this week. And we're going to start having monthly meetings on the third Thursday. So.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yes.
The Cattlemen's Association will be meeting.
Monthly.
Monthly.
On the third Thursday.
The third Thursday.
Yes.
Okay.
So if anybody wants to join that or has any questions, they can call they can call the office or come by, and we can get them a form and
Now, we have beef
information.
cattle and dairy cattle.
We do. Wayne County is definitely heavier populated by beef cattle.
Beef cattle, yes.
We do have a dairy for sure. We have a goat dairy. We have a couple of people have a few dairy animals, but definitely beef cattle is much bigger.
I know we have an amazing dairy out at CEFS.
Yes.
Center for Environmental Farming
Yes.
System.
Yes.
That's an amazing facility out there, and the guys have to get up at 4 o'clock and go milk, and then they
every single day.
Every single day, 7 days a week.
Yes.
And the cows know this because you can see them walking toward the barn.
Yep, they're ready for it.
They're
Up
ready.
there waiting.
Yeah, I'm full. I gotta go. Boo.
Right.
And then at 4 p.m. they do the same thing. All right, and that's quite an operation there. I wish more people
Definitely.
could see that.
Yeah, we took last year for our show and sale. We took a group of kids out there who were showing animals to take a tour of that, and they really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed it.
But now, is there a private dairy?
There is a dairy, Manfred Hood's Dairy.
Sure.
They've got quite a few Holstein, and then like I said, there's a couple of people who have just a few Jerseys or a few Holsteins, just either raising them up to fatten them up.
Oh yeah.
Or just to have them.
Jerseys are good for that. Yeah. I had a couple of Delawares once, but besides all that. I know a lot about cows.
Yeah.
Obviously. So okay. So the dairy industry is good for us here in Wayne County.
Yeah, it's small, but it's thriving.
Now, does Hood supply milk to commercial, or does he have his own operation?
I am not sure on that. Yeah.
So you're not going to see Hood milk in the grocery store more than likely?
No. It would be to a bigger company.
Yeah. Okay. So. Well, that's good. Okay. At least he's here in Wayne County,
Right.
and it's a great source for us.
Right.
Okay. And the let's see now, we've got the chickens and turkeys, we've got cows. What about the equine?
We have quite a few people who do have, a horse in their backyard. A lot of the questions I get that deal with horses have to do with the pasture. How can I get the pasture better for my horses?
Right. Is there a rule of thumb for the size of pasture per horse?
If you look at publications, they'll say a horse needs at least 2 acres.
2 acres?
2 acres per horse.
2 acres
but
per
it really
horse.
depends on what kind of pasture you've got, what time of year it is, how well you're managing that pasture. Because if you let it get overgrazed and let it get really, really close to the
thin.
ground, it's not going to regrow as fast as you'd like it.
And
so
then
you would need more.
You got skinny horses.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's
Those,
not good.
They're hard to ride. They really hurt you.
Yeah.
Bony and
Little
all
bumpy,
that.
yeah.
I hate that. I hate it when that happens. Anyway, well, okay, so we've got that. What about sheep? We've got some sheep here, haven't we? Sheep and goats?
Sheep are not a big deal here.
Yeah.
Goats, we do have quite a bit of goats.
Okay.
Again, people like having them in their backyard. They're really good for brush control and weed control.
I have seen where recently, somewhere in the country, either a major corporation or major governmental agency somewhere has put goats out on their lawn.
Yeah.
And in fact, back in the either early 1900s to late 1800s, they had them on the White House lawn.
I've heard that.
Yes, I was there. Yeah. That's right. Well, yeah, you were.
That was before my time.
No, I wasn't. Anyway, okay, so we've got the goats. Yeah. And so are these meat goats, or are these just to...
Most of them are going to be meat goats. We do have a goat dairy here in the Grantham area.
Right.
So they are milk goats.
They are, and they have a store.
Yes, they do have a store. They
have
sell
a
the
store.
goat cheese. They've got some other little things in there.
Goat's milk and everything.
Yeah, it's really cool. I think they're open on Saturdays.
Okay.
Is the store.
Yeah.
So
And that's good for you.
it is.
Goat's milk is really good for you. It's good for your skin.
Yes.
Cheese. Goat's milk cleans the outside and cheese cleans the inside.
Right.
Yeah, there you go. You can write that down. Anyway, Stephanie, if anybody has any questions about what you do here and any concerns about any of the livestock around the area, around Wayne County, how do they get in touch with you?
They can come by the office at 208 West Chestnut Street, or if you want to just give me a call, it's 919-731-1525.
731-1525. 919-731-1525.
Yes.
We've been speaking with Stefani Garbacik, our livestock agent for the County of Wayne, the Cooperative Extension Service. Stephanie, thank you.
Thank you.